just like to express this one thing. All these girls be like, thank you to my man. And I want to say, to my hands, thank you to my hands. To my hands, thank you to my hands. Listen, for me knowing how to fight and me training hard, I make millions of dollars just from beating people up. So, to my hands, thank you to my hands. To my hands, thank you to my hands.
A single pair of sunglasses ended up exposing cracks in an entire relationship, and the situation quickly became a major talking point online. A woman who witnessed the moment completely lost her composure in front of everyone, and the incident has continued to spark debate across social media. What unfolded involving Papoose, Claressa Shields, and a marriage that many believe is still emotionally unresolved was messy, intense, and uncomfortable for viewers to watch. There is no way to soften how people interpreted it, and the discussion around it has only grown stronger. In the middle of this attention, fans began breaking down every detail of what happened, trying to understand the emotions behind it all. It all started when Papoose sat down for what was supposed to be a routine interview with DJ Vlad. He had been doing media appearances, speaking with confidence, energy, and enthusiasm about his career, business moves, and personal life. At first, everything seemed normal and controlled, with him answering questions smoothly and staying engaged. However, as the conversation progressed, there was a noticeable shift in his behavior that suggested something deeper was being triggered emotionally. But the moment DJ Vlad brought up Remy Ma, everything changed. His body language dropped, his voice softened, and he avoided direct eye contact. In previous interviews he had appeared relaxed and open, but this time he seemed guarded. One detail that stood out was when he put on his sunglasses during the conversation. It gave the impression that he was trying to hide his emotions rather than simply blocking light. Many viewers interpreted this as a sign that the topic affected him more than he wanted to show publicly. Instead of appearing strategic, it looked like a person trying to hold himself together under pressure. During most of the interview, Papoose remained calm and engaged, talking about his music career, business opportunities, and international work. However, when the conversation turned toward the period between 2023 and 2024, when Remy Ma was publicly linked to battle rapper Eazy the Block Captain, the tone of the discussion shifted again. At that time, she and Papoose were still legally married, which made the situation more complicated and sensitive. DJ Vlad asked how that period affected him personally. Papoose responded carefully, hinting at a confrontation and suggesting that there had been a physical altercation involved. He did not go into full detail, but his pauses and tone made it clear that the experience still carried emotional weight. It seemed like something he had not fully processed or moved past, and the memory of it still lingered in his responses. At one point, he repeated the phrase "family is everything," emphasizing it more than once as if he was reminding himself as much as the audience. He spoke about family coming first, but the meaning behind it felt layered and personal. In his situation, the word family could be interpreted in different ways, especially considering his long history with Claressa Shields and the public conversations around his marriage and personal life. He shares a child and years of history with Remy Ma, which adds complexity to how people interpret his words. When he speaks about family, it raises questions about who he is truly referring to and what emotional space he is in at the moment. It also suggests that he is still deeply connected to his past, whether he openly acknowledges it or not. Later in the interview, DJ Vlad mentioned claims that Claressa Shields had made in other appearances, where she suggested that Papoose covers many of her living expenses, including housing, travel, and other lifestyle costs. This was an opportunity for him to directly confirm or deny those statements. However, instead of agreeing with the claims, he shifted the conversation toward his own accomplishments, including his music, business deals, jewelry, and touring work. He avoided giving a clear yes or no answer. He also referred to certain false narratives, implying that some of the public assumptions about his personal life were not accurate. This created confusion among viewers, as it suggested a gap between what has been publicly said and what may actually be happening behind the scenes. The situation left many people questioning the true nature of their relationship and financial arrangements. After clips from the interview began circulating online, Claressa Shields reacted strongly during a live stream. She appeared visibly frustrated and emotional, responding to bloggers and critics with anger. She called out people for spreading what she believed were false stories, and she repeatedly demanded that the truth be told. In her responses, she used strong language and expressed clear frustration with how the situation was being discussed publicly. However, despite her strong reaction, she did not clearly break down which specific statements she believed were incorrect or provide detailed evidence to counter them. Instead, her response focused more on defending her image and pushing back against public criticism, which left viewers with more questions than answers. Overall, the situation involving Papoose, Claressa Shields, and Remy Ma has become a topic of intense public discussion because of how emotional and complicated it appears from the outside. Small details during interviews, body language changes, and public statements have all been analyzed and interpreted in different ways by viewers online. While none of the individuals involved have fully confirmed every claim being circulated, the combination of interviews and reactions has fueled ongoing debate about relationships, loyalty, and public perception. As a result, what might have been personal matters has turned into a widely discussed narrative across social media platforms. Instead of providing clear proof or directly addressing the claims, she continued making general accusations without offering evidence to support them. Many people see this kind of reaction as a sign that something deeper is going on. When someone spends more time attacking critics instead of answering the actual questions, it can look less like confidence and more like stress or emotional pressure being expressed in an aggressive way. When you connect all the events together, a clearer picture starts to form. She watched the interview closely. She noticed how Papoose changed the moment Remy Ma was mentioned. His tone shifted, his posture became more closed off, and he even hid behind sunglasses during parts of the conversation. To many viewers, that behavior suggested he still has strong emotional ties to his past relationship. At the same time, she also saw him avoid confirming the idea that he fully supports the financial narrative she has shared publicly. These two moments happening one after another created a very heavy emotional impact. On one side, there was visible emotion tied to his past. On the other side, there was rejection of a story she believed in and repeated publicly. For anyone in that position, it could feel overwhelming. It is like seeing someone emotionally connected to their past, while also not fully affirming the present relationship. Instead of processing it privately, she chose to express her frustration publicly through online comments and live stream reactions. There is also another layer that people continue to question. Some discussions suggest that the timeline and early development of the relationship may be different from how it has been publicly described. According to some claims, it was not him who first made contact. Instead, it is alleged that Claressa Shields reached out first and invited him into her life during a period when he was going through personal difficulties. If this version is true, it would challenge the popular narrative that he was the one pursuing the relationship from the start. Observers also point out how these types of claims are usually handled. Instead of clear explanations or detailed responses, the reactions often involve dismissing critics, emotional outbursts, or shifting focus to other topics. Because of that, some people feel there is still no fully clear explanation of what actually happened behind the scenes. At the same time, there have been repeated public comments about long-term plans, including the idea of having a child together. While this can suggest commitment, some analysts believe it may also be an attempt to strengthen the relationship publicly, especially if there are underlying issues that are not fully resolved. Another concern raised is the difference between public confidence and visible behavior. When compared to how he speaks about his past relationship and family with emotional depth, his tone toward the current situation sometimes appears less intense. This contrast has fueled ongoing speculation that he may still be emotionally connected to his past. Financial claims have also added to the confusion, with some inconsistencies between earlier disputes and current statements about support. Meanwhile, Claressa Shields' achievements in her career remain respected and widely recognized. However, the public nature of the situation continues to raise questions, especially since legal matters from a previous marriage are still not fully settled.